Good morning and welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Today's topic is going to be pick your battles. And we will get to that right after you smash that like button right now and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure to leave a comment in the comment section as you watch. And we'll get to this right after the message. You have to be strong enough to endure these things. You have to approach women. With today's social media, she's constantly being hit on. Women are always in the game. You have to stay focused. We are men. That's what we do. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Pick your battles. I thought about this topic because I used to fight everything and everybody. Well, not literally, but somewhat in my mind. And I had a lot of fights too. Street fights, boxing matches, and a lot of fights in my mind. Those were the worst ones. You know, those arguments you have with people in your head who you feel have done you wrong, whether they have or not, whether it's imaginary or real. We constantly have these conversations going in our head. And the surest way to have an argument with someone, like your spouse or your boss, is to constantly be rehearsing these arguments in your mind. That will bring it on. So, there are times, of course, when you have to disagree with someone. I don't guess you have to, but you choose to. But the thing is, don't fight everything and everybody, especially within your mind. Because it's possible you could be wrong. Now, I know we don't like to be wrong, because when we admit that we're wrong, it kind of humbles us. You know, I was never wrong until I was about 30 years old. How can that be? Well, of course I was wrong, but I never thought I was wrong. I always had to defend my position. It takes a lot of energy to try to be right all the time about everything. And you realize too that you only pick friends and associates that agree with you. And that's not too good for growth. You need friends and mentors that will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And those are two very different things, many times. So if you're going down the road, for example, let's say, and someone cuts you off, do you really want to pull up beside them and flip them off or get up on their bumper and try to piss them off? That's picking a battle you don't need to do. Many times these people that are crazy drivers have no idea that you even exist. They're so wrapped up in their world that they don't even know you're there, and that's why they cut you off, or they forget to use their blinker, or they slam on their brakes in front of you, excuse me, or whatever it happens to be. And so you go around the rest of the day being pissed off about this guy and resenting them in your head, and they don't even know you exist. So who does that harm? That harms you. And it's also good to try to think, I'll bet there's been a time when I cut somebody off and didn't know it, or I didn't use my signal when I was pulling up and someone was waiting for me to indicate where I was going so they could go. And they had to wait because I was not paying attention. And there were many other situations too, where maybe your boss is rude to you and you take that personally. So you say something to him and start a bunch of crap and piss him off even more, when the reality is probably his tone of voice or negative comment had nothing to do with you. How do you know? He may have gotten in a fight with his wife before he left the house. Maybe she said she wanted a divorce and she was going to take the kids. Maybe his mother is dying of cancer and she's only got a couple more days to live. You have no idea. Or maybe he got a diagnosis about cancer or leukemia or something terrible. You just don't know. And just because he was not nice to you, you're walking around being pissed off at him, having an argument in your head, resenting him, poisoning yourself. It's like one of my old mentors said, resentment eats up the container it's stored in. It's like drinking poison expecting it to kill the other person, but it only kills you. It poisons your mind. It blocks off that inherent power that lies within you, that lies within all of us. So when you catch yourself starting to argue with someone or resenting someone, stop and think of the infinite variables that could have caused this person to do what you feel like was personally done to you that you're getting offended about. And this helps you look at things from a different perspective and allows you to let it go. And once again, that's one less battle you don't have to fight, that you don't have to expend energy on needlessly. And this energy can be used for other things to create the life you desire. That's all I have time for today. Got to get to work. Getting a late start this morning. If you would like to get my help personally, marksinspiration.com is my website. If you'd like to donate to the channel, hit the PayPal button or the Cash App, and I'm going to get out of here. Take care.